Hey everybody, I'm Matt Rosenthal, CEO of Mindcore Technologies and cybersecurity expert. And what I'm going to talk with you about today are the 7 skills that you need to master if you want to be rich. Skill number 1 is you need to learn the skill of persuasion, the ability to get your point across to other people so that they can feel your energy, they can feel where you're coming from, and they can begin to think what you want them to think. It is not manipulation, so don't take that as manipulation. But if you want to make money, if you want to be rich, you've got to be able to express to other people why they should listen to you. And in order to do that, you've got to be able to talk persuasively. The second skill is the ability to speak in groups. It could be small groups, it could be presentations, it could be in a conference room. The fact of the matter is, you're in those settings, and at that point, you are the one leading the conversation. There's trust involved in that. There's an energy that has to be expressed. You have to have passion and you have to have confidence in those settings if you want those people to believe in you. If you can't get people to believe in you, and it can't be fake, it's gotta be authentic. If you can't get that to happen, it is gonna be very difficult to consistently generate revenue, to consistently drive sales, and do that over a long period of time, so that over time you can accumulate wealth and you can become rich. Number 3, and this is an underrated one, the ability to communicate in writing. There are so many situations where you have to come across in writing in a way that you are influencing people, where they can still feel your energy through the words you're writing. You're convincing, you're compelling, you're able to state what it is that you're really trying to get across. Writing emails, potentially writing an article, potentially writing things in a presentation. The ability to put things in writing is critical. Now, it could go on, it could extend as far as putting things in writing that are going to be in an agreement. But it could be legal. Writing is critical, and it is something that you cannot underestimate. If you want to be rich, if you want to have that wealth, okay, you have to be able to write. Number 4, leadership skills. Whatever it is that you're doing to develop that wealth and to become rich, no matter what it is, you are going to be working with other people, and those people may be your employees, they may not be your employees, you may be a consultant, it doesn't matter. The ability to lead other people is not the same as managing people. Leadership is passion. Leadership is having people genuinely believe in you. Leadership is having people feel like they actually want to follow you, like you're kind of waving the flag and you're going to battle together, and they know that they can have the confidence, they can have the faith, they can have the comfort level, and they can have the certainty that they are following the right person with the right vision. If you can do that, you will be wealthy, you will be rich, and you will definitely, over time, build a tribe of followers that will be very valuable to you. Number 5 is time management. This one is extremely critical. You have got to be able to organize your time. You have to be able to do things like put together what I refer to as MITs, most important things. If you spend all of your time in the weeds, if you spend all of your time doing things that are not the most valuable things you could be doing, think about it. How are you going to do the things that are the most important, which are the things that generate the most return on your investment of time? I think it's ROTI, return on time invested. That is absolutely critical to anybody that I've ever seen or known who's developed wealth, who's become rich. They are so protective of how they use their time. You have got to learn to do. If you do everything else right and you still don't master the management of time, unlikely that you're going to become a rich person. The next one is the ability to read financial statements. You've got to know how to read a P&L. You've got to know how to read a balance sheet. You've got to understand cash flows, okay? You can't rely on the fact that, well, I've got people around me that are going to do that for me. First of all, no matter how much you trust those people around you, and hopefully they are good people, you've got to understand what's happening with your own money. You have to also, along with that, be able to understand the concept of where your money is to make sure that it's working for you. So if you've got investments and if you're getting financial statements, you've got to understand if you've got money in places that's not working for you, which is at that point is basically like putting money under the mattress, right? You've got to make sure that you understand how to read all the financial statements that are coming your way from all the different sources so that you can make sure that you're maximizing where that money is, what it's doing for you, and if necessary, to pivot to other investments. And last, I saved the best for last. This is the most important thing. And again, all of these have to happen together, but this kind of governs all of these. You have to be able to manage your mind. If you have limiting beliefs, think about it. How are you going to become somebody who's rich? How are you going to build wealth if you have limiting beliefs? Inherently, it's counterintuitive. You build wealth and you make money and you become a person who's rich, who's got a lot of money by having beliefs. They're big, they're dreams, they're thoughts of things you can create, they're ideas. Like, that's not limiting, that's the opposite of limiting. It's expansive, okay? It's abundance. It's the idea of having abundance in your life. That is extremely, extremely important. Managing your emotions. Very difficult to manage your emotions at times, but there are going to be situations where you're involved in things, business deals, meetings, could be real estate, could be regarding the stock market, could be cryptocurrency. It doesn't matter. There's ups and downs. It's a roller coaster ride, and you have to be in it for the long game. And to be in it for the long game, you've got to remember that managing your emotions, keeping things at a level, being able to zoom out and be like, okay, we're going to get through this. I understand what's happening here. I've been through this before. I know that as time passes, everything works itself out. Let me step back. Let me think about how to respond. Let me think about how to react. Let me think about how to move forward. You got to have that mindfulness. If you don't have that mindfulness, it is going to be very, very difficult. And I would encourage you to find that mindfulness as soon as you possibly can. That is 100% one of the keys to being rich. The last thing on that topic, you've got to set aside time to think. In order to do everything I just said, it requires time. That's why I said before, you have to be protective of your time. You have to be able to organize and manage your time. You have to be able to set aside your time and think. Be able to meditate. Be able to read books. Be able to reflect. Be able to contemplate. Be able to put this all together. At times, take a few days. Go off the grid. Get it together, okay? Mindfulness is critical. Thought process is critical. So these are the 7 skills that you must master if you want to be rich. I hope this was helpful. If you want to set up a 30-minute consultation with me, check out the link down below. Love to help you out. Love to give you my advice. Love to share my stories with you. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.